Do you know what abuse looks like? Let's find out. Let's go. It's amazing how abuse works. Many times we're in abusive relationships, but depending on our past, that can determine whether or not we recognize it. Many of you are in abusive relationships today. Some of you know it, but there are those of you who don't. Now, when using the term relationships, I'm not just speaking of an intimate relationships. I'm speaking of platonic, work, church, or any other relationship that involves someone else. I can remember being in an abusive relationship with work. My manager at the time was verbally and mentally abusive, and so many days I can remember walking around on eggshells. There were times when they would verbally crush me, but I stayed. Times when they caused me to second guess my worth as an employee, my knowledge and my strength, but I stayed. Then there were times when they were amazing. I was the greatest employee ever and brought so much to the table and to the team, and that made me want to stay. But just as soon as I found myself comfortable and feeling good about myself, here it comes again. Well, similar to those experiences at work, many of you are dealing with someone whose demon is laying dormant. They're an abuser who lacks control over their emotions, and many times you serve as their punching bag. Some of you fail to realize that you're in an abusive relationship because your jaw hasn't been broken, but your spirit has. Right now, things are good, and you're happy because they're happy. And it looks like the two of you are heading in the right direction. If you're honest with yourself, you've been in this place before. Things were horrible at one point, and out of nowhere they changed for the best for a brief moment, but right back to that horrible moment you went. They vowed never to do it again, but this vow has been broken and remade more times than you can remember. You're beaten down, lifted up, only to be beaten down again. Anytime that he or she sees any type of hope, joy, or peace in you, they destroy it. This is what abuse looks like because you haven't purged the demons within you. You haven't owned the truth that maybe what you thought was love really wasn't love. Maybe you haven't taken the time to realize how much you're worth. You haven't realized that you don't have to take crap from a manager, a friend, co-worker, or anything. How about you haven't accepted that you're worthy of better, so you stay? What I know for sure is abuse only escalates. Most abusers live in a limitless world. As time passes, the abuse increases, and you're the one who pays the cost. Just because things are good right now doesn't mean the one you're with is no longer an abuser. It just means they're not abusing you at the present moment. But as soon as something is done to give life to the demons within, look out. So in the moments when you're abused and the feeling of, I gotta get out of this comes upon you, keep it in those times that it seems like things are going good. When things are going great, we start to suppress the bad, which is one of our biggest mistakes. Get out. People can change, but when people allow someone to abuse them repeatedly, the abuser doesn't feel the need to change because the abused doesn't feel the need to change. If you or you know someone who is in an abusive relationship, there is help 24 hours a day, and it's confidential 7 days a week. You can call 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-7233. Be blessed.